About the next topic, I want to talk about placing objects again, and then I also want to talk about filters. So up to now we've been going file, place embedded, and if I go to like that picture of the leaf we had picked before, you put it where you want it, you size it, rotate it, whatever, click enter, and we were done, right? I want to do another option for that. I'm going to go to File, and then next to in Place Embedded is Place Linked. So I'm going to grab a picture on the desktop. This is a picture we recently took for the fall time here in Dallas. I'm going to come just outside the picture to rotate it a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So with this picture, I used place linked, and what that is it's linking it to the original file. So if I was to open up the original file on its own and make changes to this file, it will reflect those changes in this picture because it's linked. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to talk about filters, so let's jump into that. So I'm going to go ahead and with this picture I'm going to hit select subject. This is a quick automatic way to hopefully select the subject of a photo, and it does a pretty good job. Looks like it missed my ear and it grabbed part of this pumpkin and part of this pumpkin, but for the most part it did a good job. Oh, it looks like it grabbed this pumpkin too. Like we had talked about earlier, if you hit Q, this stands for quick mask. You can also get to it here at the bottom on the left panel. This takes you into like a visual form of your selection, so you can see what's selected and what's not a little easier. If you use the brush tool, you can actually make changes by painting with black and white. So remember, white reveals and black hides. So if I want to reveal more of my ear because the computer had not picked that up, then I can do that. If you want to switch back to black, you can just hit the X key. If you zoom in, obviously it will be a little better, but I'm just going to make this fast. Just going to get rid of those pumpkins and get rid of that pumpkin. Okay, the rest is fine. I'm going to hit Q again to go back to my selection. Now right now we are selected. I want to inverse that selection, so Command Shift I, or you can go up to the select menu and click inverse. Now I have the background selected. I'm going to go up to the filter menu, and the first one I'm going to talk about is this blur. I use this probably more than the other type of filters. There's one I really like called lens blur. You can play with the other ones, and this will allow you to blur a selection. So you can change how much blur there is by changing the radius. If you take it all the way to 0, it won't be blurry at all, or you can make it really blurry, which, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to go for. So let me just move that down just a little bit. There's other things that you can change here. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Click OK. Some other filters that you might see. If I go up to filter, there's a filter gallery, and this has like folders of different types of filters. So like there's colored pencil. Let me drag around so that you can see. It kind of has like a different effect. There's like cutout, neon glow, plastic wrap. So this one kind of looks more like cartoonish. Plastic wrap. Let's see, there is diffused glow, glass, ocean ripple. Some of the ones I like are like these sketch ones. So like this one says graphic pen. It's kind of cool. Makes it black and white and kind of gives it a sketched appearance. You can customize each of these like filters has like its own way to customize what you're actually doing. So this is like the stroke length, so this is really short, so it looks more like specks, whereas like this is really long, so it's going to be like long lines. Again, it just depends on what you're wanting to do, but like I said, they're all completely customizable. This one is like how light or dark it appears, so if you want it lighter or darker, you can change that. So let's say that I like that one. I'm going to hit Command 0 to zoom out. Yeah, let's say I like that. You can click OK, and it'll throw in the effect. Now, because this is linked, here's the file we were working on just a little bit ago, still in color, and this one is the file as I'm editing it right now. If I hit Command S and save this, so it's saving, now it's saved. If I go back to this linked file, now you can see it's updated based on the changes I made to the original. So if you had a document with a bunch of things in it, and then you went and updated each of those things, and they were linked items, all those things would update in real time. So that is why or why not you would choose like place embedded versus place linked. Okay. Let's see, there is another kind of filter that's kind of fun to play with. It's not something I use all that much, but it's this Liquify tool. Let's see, let me cancel this real quick. Let me select the background and then go to Liquify. This one's just kind of more for fun. Some people actually use this for different effects that they want. So there's like a warping tool. You can like, grab something and literally warp it. So it just makes the whole thing like an oil painting. So it makes it kind of fun. There is, like, for instance, this one causes like twisting motion. So if I click, it causes like everything to spin. Then there's like these pucker and bloat tools. So this will make something smaller or bigger. So if you want to make something small, you use the pucker tool. If you want to make something bigger, you can use the bloat tool. It's just something fun to play with. I'm not going to mess with these. Some people use this to change like features in people's faces or their bodies for like professional work. Again, I think it's something to play with. There's a bunch of options. I'm not going to get into it, but I just mention it since we're talking about filters because it is fun. There's even other filters now. They call them neural filters. I think you have to download them to use them, but like there's different ones. Like this one, it says if you have a low quality image and you crop, it will decide how to add details so it doesn't look like a low quality image. This one, like if you have a JPEG with like artifacts, this one will like get rid of those artifacts automatically. This one will colorize a black and white photo, so if you apply the filter, it'll guess what color should be there. So there's some really cool things, and some of these are still in development. So anyway, that is filters. Use them to your liking, and we will end this one here.